Ring cameras and doorbells relate to the telescreens in the novel 1984 by George Orwell because they invade the privacy of everyone. The telescreen is always watching people at all times, no matter what happens. But the face of Big Brother seemed to persist for several seconds on the screen, as though the impact that it had made on everyone's eyeballs were too vivid to wear off immediately. Orwell 16. The telescreen is always pumping propaganda at everyone, altering people's opinions and changing perspectives. Attention. Your attention, please. A newsflash has this moment arrived from the Malabar front. 25. Winston Smith, the protagonist, has secrets that he does not want anyone else knowing. He had the air of trying to keep what he was saying a secret between himself and the telescreen. The telescreen invades people's privacy and takes away information that no one wants getting out. Ring cameras and doorbells relate to the telescreens in the novel 1984 because they are used for surveillance and they are destroying privacy. Multiple U.S. families have reported incidents of being hacked into by criminals and destroying families' privacy. The criminals torment families with racial slurs and encourage children into destructive behavior. This relates to the novel 1984 because throughout the novel, the characters are in constant surveillance, with little to no privacy allowed. Winston Smith is not even allowed to cover his face. "Smith," yelled the voice from the telescreen. 6079 Smith W. Uncover your face. No faces covered in the cells. 234. If there is a criminal hacking into a Ring doorbell or camera system, then a blue light will turn on. Amazon purchased Ring for $1 million. The doorbell costs around $199, and the camera costs around $170, both depending on the type chosen. There is an app that comes with the doorbell or camera that can be installed on a device. It can watch anyone or anything who is moving in front of it, and it records it as well. On the app, all of the cameras and doorbells that have been installed can be viewed. There is also a section of the app that is for neighbors to share videos and pictures with others to stay aware of what is going on in the area. In 2009, Ring was criticized for using videos shared on the neighbors section of the app because it could provide tips on suspects. Hackers have been able to get into the Ring doorbell because of the password to the app. The problem with this is that some users reuse the same password over and over again, making it easier for the criminal to hack into the account. To hack into one of these camera systems, the hacker must first access the Wi-Fi network or app password. If the criminal unscrews a doorbell and presses the orange button on the back, they can access it. Even if the Wi-Fi password gets changed, the criminal can still hack into the Ring camera. With the password, the hacker could upload footage which could trick the homeowner into doing things for the hacker, like demanding money. The telescreen in 1984 relates to the Ring app, cameras, and doorbells because it is used for surveillance. Instead of being placed, as was normal, in the end wall where it could command the whole room, it was in the longer wall opposite the window. 5. One incident in Mississippi reported that a Ring camera was hacked into in an 8-year-old daughter's bedroom. The criminal was heard saying, "I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?" The hacker also encouraged her to break her TV, which was sitting in her room. In 1984, The telescreen in Winston's room is constantly pumping propaganda at him and surveilling his every moment. The telescreen had changed over to strident military music. 7. Another situation was reported in Georgia. A family set up a ring to watch their new puppy while they were out of the house. They heard the criminal talking while they were in their bedroom. They figured out that they did not know how long the hacker had been watching them. It could have been hours, days, or weeks. This relates to the novel 1984 because Winston always has to act like someone is watching him, even if they're not. Nothing was your own except the few cubic centimeters inside your skull. 27. Another incident was reported when a Reddit user said that his information was being sent to China. Ring addressed this issue with a software update. In response to all of the criminals hacking into the Ring doorbells and cameras, the Ring company addressed the issue with a firmware update. This update involved updating the Ring app. The problem with criminals hacking into these cameras could result in a Wi-Fi password that is too simple. Changing the Wi-Fi password could be an easy solution to hackers. Another solution that could be used is to turn on two-factor authentication, which provides two different authentication factors, making it harder for the criminal to hack into legal information. The head of the Ring company stated that individual customer trust and security of the devices is taken seriously in order to ensure that everyone is safe. In 1984, the solution for Winston is, by sitting in the alcove and keeping well back, Winston was able to remain outside the range of the telescreen, so far as sight went. He could be heard, of course, but so long as he stayed in his present position, he could not be seen. 6. Another solution could be to install the camera firmly to the wall so that it is harder for the hacker to remove it. A firewall and antivirus software could also be installed on a single device to protect the camera. Do not share personal videos or pictures from the camera because it might pose as a threat to neighbors. Lastly, old footage should not be kept on the app. Delete it so that there is less information released about individual people in case a criminal hacks into it. The owners of the Ring cameras, doorbells, and apps must take action in making sure that the Ring cameras are secure so that they do not get hacked into by criminals.